What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. Let's get right into it. Here to bring you a recap of the Panthers versus Saints matchup. Let's get into it, guys. So, first and foremost, as an Atlanta Falcons fan, as also as a Bryce Young truther, I gotta say this, man. On one hand, I'm happy. We should have two games, two free games, versus the Panthers, one at home and one away. Obviously, we should win both of those games. But also, as a Bryce Young truther, we have to say this. At least me, I have to say this. We got to put him on bust alert, man. As a Bryce Young truther, I said from his junior year of college that he was the guy. I believed in him wholeheartedly. Fast forward to this off season, I'm like, yeah, he's gonna be fine. They put money on their O line. They took away from the defense and they added to the offense. Brought in Deontay Johnson. Obviously, they kept Adam Thielen. Brought in Leggett. Miles Sanders still there. Chuba Hubbard, the rookie running back from Texas. Jonathan Brooks. Brought in the offensive-minded head coach. Everything was on and up and up for Bryce Young and the Panthers. It's only game one, so I will say that. But good gracious, to get beat like that, to look that bad, and I'm not gonna say. I'll say this: I didn't expect them to win. I definitely did. I hammered the money line for the Saints. I hammered Kamara for a touchdown or two touchdowns. I forgot on which one, but I knew they would lose, obviously. But just the way they lost, like that's the thing. The Saints still have a good defense. They are a playoff contending team, but they're not a great team. Obviously, with Derek Carr there and those guys, unless Carr fixes what's been plaguing him the last couple of years, and this has been his decision making. I don't think they're going to be a true contender, but they are a playoff team with a good defense. Their defense is still there. Alontae Taylor, who I like a lot, today had a couple of good sacks. Who else? Tyrann Mathieu, and the list goes on. Cam Jordan. They have a good team. They have a good defense. Offense, I think, is a work in progress, but they have a pretty good team overall. But man, like Bryce Young, down to just the simple stuff, the audibles, the accuracy, like stuff he's normally good at, or he should be good at, stuff that he hangs his hat on, just wasn't there. He looks good at a certain point, step up in the pocket, make the right move, but the ball sails very badly, interception. Alontae Taylor, I think one of his sacks in the third quarter, one of his multiple sacks. He's clearly blitzing. Miles Sanders lined up on the opposite side. A fan at home could definitely tell that he was blitzing, and he didn't audible. He didn't shift over or bring over Sanders, and he got smacked for it. So just stuff like that, the simple things that he should be catching on to or should have been already, been ahead of, is just not showing up, man. Uh, like I said, the accuracy isn't there, the ball placement isn't there. I think the confidence has to be gone by this point. You know, I looked into it a couple times of how they were doing at training camp. Heard mixed things, nothing great, nothing bad. Just okay, he's doing good. He's developing under Dave Canales, a new head coach. But man, like Dave might have a one and done season. He really might. If it goes on like this, and as I said, it's possible because they took away from the defense, who was an okay defense. They took away from their defense and added all to the offense. They put everything on the table, everything in their basket to go and help make Bryce Young be better. And it's game one. We can't take everything so serious, but game one, good gosh, dog, like they got belt to butt. they they got an old fashioned butt whipping, and there's nothing you can really say that really they'll help it. And it's just like, man, like, and like I said, I love Bryce Young. I am a Bryce Young guy through and through. I pound the table saying he's a generational talent, all that good stuff. So for this to be the case now, and for him to look this bad, like I said, the Saints defense is tough, but you played against them last year. You shouldn't look this bad. It's okay to struggle. It's okay to have a bad go around, but to look this bad, that's a no no. That's a no no, man. So we'll see what happens. No matter how their schedule looks, they're not going to look good regardless. Next game versus the Chargers. I think they're in the key thing, as I said earlier, the defense for the Panthers is not good. So you know what the Chargers' game plan is going to be: run the ball. Gus Edwards, J.K. Dobbins, all those guys with a good offensive line. They're going to pound the ball with Harbaugh, Greg Roman there. That's probably a loss. Um, so they pull up their schedule all the way now. Let me see. Have it right here. Okay. Raiders, loss. Bengals. We don't know with them. Last time I checked, I'm not sure the actual score with them and the Patriots. They were struggling. I did a video as well this offseason saying the Bengals will struggle or could struggle, and they have so far. In week one, the Bears, Caleb Williams. That's what game. What's that? Game four, game five. Maybe Williams is gonna be, getting in his rhythm, getting in his groove. But if he isn't, that game with the Panthers might get him on track. Versus my Falcons, October 13th. I will be there for that game, Lord willing. Hopefully my Panthers come out. Excuse me. Rewind. Hopefully my Falcons come out with a victory, but the Panthers, hopefully, if Bryce Young play well, but I do want a victory for my Falcons. The Commanders, if you follow the channel, you see I have them being a good team this year and also winning the NFC East. Sounds crazy, I know, or at least a wild card team. I still do believe in the Commanders. No, their season hasn't started yet officially. They play later on in an hour or so. So officially, not preseason, but pre-start to the season. I believe in the Commanders. Broncos are both Knicks and those guys. I like them a lot. Saints again, probably gonna get bludgeoned again, belt to butt. Giants, Panthers, both those teams are trash. We'll see what happens there. Chiefs, Panthers, obviously on Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving the 24th, I think, right? Yeah, that's gonna be trouble. They have no Thanksgiving's on the. I don't even know what Thanksgiving is. Bucks Panthers should be a loss. Eagles Panthers should be a loss. Cowboys Panthers should be a loss. The Cardinals Panthers, if Kyler is healthy, and even if he's not, should be a loss. Bucks again should be a loss, and my Falcons to end the season January 5th. Unless we're resting, and even if we are, MPJ or Michael Penix Jr. might be starting last game if we're resting for the playoffs. We'll see. But if that is the case, or not the case, MPJ could be starting Michael Penix Jr. and that probably will be a loss as well. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So, all in all, man, it's tough. It is a tough road ahead for the Carolina Panthers, Dave Canales, and also Bryce Young. Man, I hope for my sake as a Bryce Young truther, but for himself personally and his family, that he can right the ship and change things. And let's say I don't want to be a part of, not part of, but I don't want to see him. I should say, seems like he's a good dude. I don't know him personally, obviously, but seems like he's a good dude. And seems like he was on point. He was on track to be great. I know the size thing was a big thing back then, a couple years ago. I didn't really care for it. Like I said, if my Falcons could have traded up and got him, I would have wanted him. I did want him for my Falcons. So it's like just to see it happen that way is like, man, I just wish that he could work out. It's not too late. It's not too late as of yet, but it's getting close. Game one of season two is getting close. I wonder, and I don't want to speak into existence. I don't want to, but there's a slim chance we could see him being benched if this year, halfway through or something like that. And you might see a guy like Quinn Ewers, who's right now I'm doing a video on probably tomorrow, might be QB1 in the draft so far. I'm not really a big fan of Carson Beck. I think Shedeur Sanders is very talented, but he's not the best leader in my opinion. And also, he hasn't really shown his talent all the time because the O-line is just trash. So we'll see what happens with all these situations here and what happens with the Panthers. But as of right now, game one, week one, they look awful. They look gosh awful. So hope the best for him. Like I said, as a Falcons fan, but as a Bryce Young truther, I hope he can turn the tables and do a 180 and turn to an elite quarterback like I thought he could have been or he should have been. But man, today was not the day. As far as the Saints goes, like I said, not too much on them today. They just ran to a sorry team. That they got lucky, not lucky, but they ran to the sorry team, and their fortune was on their side. So we'll see they're a real contender coming down the line. But right now, you can't really count this game as far as what you're seeing from the Saints. You know, they're not playing anyone that's fighting back. The Panthers got whooped on, and they went to bed. They went to bed immediately. So we'll see what happens, guys. But that's it for the video. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.